Hey guys, on this episode, I'll be sharing how the result of the US election is going to affect you. So whether you're applying as a tourist, visitor, work, or green card, whatever case it is, how the US election is going to affect you. As you may know, US had the election in November and Trump was declared winner. Yay! Just in case you don't know, both of these candidates have their immigration policies. Kamala Harris is a pro-immigration to the United States, while Donald Trump is anti-immigration to the United States. So it's not as if he doesn't want people to come to the United States. Number one, he wants people to come in legally. He does not want outsiders to benefit from their country's abundance. Basically, he just wants, he's more of a pro-US, a pro-American person. So provided you're not a United States citizen and you're planning to immigrate to the United States, it's going to affect everybody. This is how it may affect you. So I'll be sharing things you need to understand in terms of the Trump immigration policies. That's one. Secondly, if you are planning to apply to the United States in 2025, things you need to do ASAP. You should not wait one more second because anything could go wrong. Before I start into things you need to understand or things you need to start doing ASAP, as he has always said, he has some major immigration policies that he has been screaming over the years. I'll list some of those immigration policies to you. Number one, he said once he becomes president again, right, he'll be doing a lot of mass deportation. When I mean mass deportation, a lot of people that have been illegally staying in the United States for the last couple of years, he's going to be deporting them. That's one. Number two, he has promised that there's going to be a lot of raiding. Like if you are a company that employs those kind of workers, they'll be raiding those companies. There'll be police officers on the road, military, to ensure that people that are not citizens or legal residents of the United States will be taken back to their country. I mean, I'm not the one that said this. He has said this several times. Third one is to increase security at the border. As he has promised that they're going to be building higher walls to ensure that if you're not a legal resident of that country, you'll not be able to come in. Number two, they're going to involve more militaries at the border. They're going to involve militaries, police, homeland securities and the like. So he has promised that they'll be blocking loopholes where people come into their country illegally. So these are some of the other things they'll be doing too. Or these are some of the other things he has promised to do. He has promised to put a ban on immigrants from high-risk countries. So which means, what that means is this: if your country falls under the high-risk terror countries, there's a very high chance that a lot of people will not be able to get United States visas from those countries. And lastly, he has promised to end birth by citizenship. So what that means is this: before or now, if you are born in the United States, you automatically become a citizen. So which means whether your father or your mother or your parents are citizens of the United States or not, it's called jus soli. What that means is this: it states that if you are born within any United States vicinity, automatically you become a citizen. A lot of people have benefited from this in the past, and Trump has promised that once he comes back as president, he's going to put an end to citizenship by birth in the United States. What I will now mean going forward is, if you are now born in the United States, you get nothing. These are some major policies Trump has promised to put in place once he becomes president again. So now what can you do? Now this is why I'm making this video. So just in case you are planning to apply to the United States in 2025 or beyond, these are the things you need to understand. And this is why I'm making this video. So if you find this video useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Lastly, if there's anybody around you that you feel might need this particular information, whether you have brothers abroad, sisters abroad, or in Nigeria that are planning to bring their people into the United States, or people that are planning to travel to the United States, just forward this video to them. It's really going to help a lot of people. Now, number one thing you need to do is, whatever plans you have to come to the United States, start your application immediately. Ensure that you start your application immediately. Whether you're a tourist, a visitor, you're planning to study in the United States, start your application immediately. Number two, renew your visa immediately. Yes. So if you fall within the drop box period, and probably you've had US visa before and now you're trying to renew, or you've not renewed and your visa has expired, ensure that you renew your visa ASAP. Number three, if you are owing any organization in the United States, either medical bills or there's something you're supposed to pay for, you didn't pay for, ensure you clear your bills immediately. Yes, because there's a very high chance that for some people that might have even valid documents, there's a very high chance that some of their documents may be revoked. Yes, because he has promised that for people that came in illegally and that they've now gotten papers, there's still a chance that their status might be reviewed. So ensure that whatever, if you are owing, pay your bills. And lastly, ensure that you stay out of trouble. Number three, if you are in the stage of getting your documents in the United States, probably you've applied for green card, you've applied for asylum, whatever case it is, make sure you complete your process immediately. So if there's any document you need to send ASAP. In fact, send right away. Don't wait for another minute. So if there's anything you need to do to fasten up your immigration process, ensure you do it ASAP, because policies changes by the second. Another thing is this: if you have families abroad and you're planning to bring them into the United States, maybe you have now say, oh, I'll bring them in 2026, start the process immediately. And that's because there's a very high chance that even though you have your documents, there will be longer time in processing visas. So it just makes sense to start your process too. So bring your family in ASAP. So do everything within your power to bring your family in, start the application immediately. So if you have parents abroad that are planning to, bring you over, or if you're planning to bring your parents to the United States, start the process immediately, because again, this process takes long. So it makes sense to just start ASAP. And I always advise, get a private immigration lawyer. It's faster. And even though it might be a little bit expensive, it is faster than waiting for the public lawyers provided by the state. So just get your process started ASAP. If you have an asylum case that you're still working on, make sure you complete the process as soon as possible. If you're a student also, it's going to have impact on students, because going forward, there'll be reduction in the number of students, or possible immigration policies that might come in place there might be a ban in the 2 years or the after study work permits that have been given to students. Probably there might be a ban in that, or a reduction, or you might have to meet some certain criteria for you to be able to apply. So this might happen. It's not cast on stone right now. So we don't know until Trump comes in as president and finally says these things. So a lot is going to be happening. These are the major things that stand a high chance of happening as Trump becomes president. If you find this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you know anybody around you that might need this video, quickly send it to them. And lastly, if you're yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Because trust me, this is the best immigration channel for you, because this is the best information you'll be getting from YouTube. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.